Hi everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make my Mr.Krabs. I'm going to make him exactly the way you see right now. To let you know, there are approximately 75 red bands. The turquoise jelly bands that I'll be using, there's about 43. The white, there's 18. The black is about 6, and the purple jelly that I'll be using is about 75 bands, and I'm using an olive green band right here. You could use a gold if you like, and you could also change the color of the eyes, maybe to a light teal, whatever you prefer. I'm going to use one loom, and our loom is going to be in its original position with the arrows facing down. He is going to be difficult, but I am going to go slow, and I am going to show you as best as I can how to do this. His belly is round and big. You're also going to need an extra hook, or if you have a skewer or a toothpick, you can even try using this, but you're going to need something to hold the belly piece on. You're also going to need one C-clip to attach the mouth if you want to add that part. And I am going to get started. Now I'm going to show you how to do the arm. I'm going to do one with you, and then you're going to pause the video to make another one. This is what it's going to look like, and I thought it would be easier if I have the layout right in front of you already. Just ignore this part. This will be his eye. So what we're going to do is just basically copy this. I'm going to start with my turquoise, and I'm going to use double bands, and I'm just going to go down the middle once. Now for the red, all of the red is going to be doubled. So I'm going to take a single band, give it a little bit of a stretch, and double it. We're going to go down 4 times in the center. This might be awkward for me. And again, double. Again, and one more time. Now we're going to double it, and we're going to go from the center down to the right. Again, single, doubled, and from the center down to the left, so we're here. Now I'm going to go down once on the right with a single band, doubled, and go down. Just going to push those bands down. Now I'm going to go down once on the left, and now I'm going to go down from the left down to the center. Single band, stretch, and doubled. Now we need to fill in 2 spots in the center, so 1 and 2. So again, you might want to push your bands down, single band, and we're just filling in this middle area. And one more time. Now I need to put a band from my center down to the right. So a single band from the center down to the right. Now I'm going to take another single band, and I'm going to go from the center peg here, and I'm going to go all the way down to the right. So I'm just going to give it a big stretch. So that's from here to here. So taking a single, stretch, and double, and the center down to the right with that bit of a stretch, and push your bands down. So this area there's nothing in this area on my right side. Now I'm going to take a single, and I'm going to cap on the right, here, and at the end on the right. So I need 2 singles. So you might want to push these bands down, And I'm going to wrap these singles 4 times. So this would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do that again on below. So a single wrapped 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we need a holding band in this area in the middle. So I'm just going to take a single and double it and make a triangle. So single, doubled, and I'm going to go on the left with my point facing to the right and ending in the center here. So now we're ready to loop up. Just going to move that out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in at the bottom here on the right, and I'm going to grab my top 2 bands, which are these bands here. We're going to give them a stretch up to the center. So reaching in, grabbing your top 2 bands, and instead of just pulling to loop forward, just wiggle it around the peg itself to the left and then wrap it around to the, go towards the right and up, just so you don't break your bands. And again, reach in that area on the right. I'm moving my cap band out of the way, and I'm just sliding along the peg and loop up to the center. Reaching in at the center, grabbing my top 2 bands, which are going to go to the middle. And loop to the middle. Reaching in the center of this claw, and I'm just looping around my peg and going forward. Reaching back in at the bottom here in the center, and grabbing the 2 bands and loop up to your left. Reaching in at the bottom here on your left, moving all these bands out of the way, and grabbing your 2 bands and make a teardrop by going forward. Reaching in on the left and looping to the center. You're going to go on the right because we need to loop these 2 bands. So I'm just going to push my holding band, my cap band out of the way, slide around my peg and loop forward, just so you don't break your bands, and go to the center. Now you're just looping up. So I'm going to reach in, grabbing my single doubled band and loop forward. So again, just go to the left, around to the right, and up. Now, when you remove off the loom, do not use your hook to lift up. Every time I tried, it broke. So just put your hook in, remove, use your finger to gently take off the loom. Now when you get here, you can let go of your hook and use your fingers. Again, if you use your hook, it will break. So just remove gently, and your claw is done. You can actually just take this right off, so I'm just going to give it a stretch and take it off and put to the side. Now please pause the video if you'd like to pause it here and make yourself another one. Now we're going to do his eyes. I have done one, so we're going to make one together, and you're going to pause the video to make another one. We're just going to use double white bands, and we're going to go down 4 times, whether it be on the right, the center, or the left. So just go down 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And taking a single band, you're going to cap the end 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Now reach in. Sorry, before you reach in, take a single black band and wrap this around your hook 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you're going to loop up. So reaching in, moving your cap band out of the way and loop up 1. And now when you reach into the second one, you're going to slide the black band on. So here I'm supporting it and pinch and slide and loop up. And remove off the loom. And you can just take this off your hook and put to the side. Please pause the video and make yourself another one. Now we'll be doing his side pieces just to make them a little bit wider. This is what it looks like, and I have an example for you on the loom. I'm going to show you to do one, and you're going to pause the video and make yourself another one. Pretty straightforward. We're just going down the loom. And right now I'm going to go down 3 times using red bands, whether it be on your right or your left. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go down using my turquoise now, 3 bands, going down 3 times, double bands. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go down 3 times using double bands with the purple. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to cap the end, but we're going to cap it with 2 single bands separately, and we're just going to go around twice. So taking a single band at the end, go around twice. So this is 1 and 2. Again, single band, so push your bands down. 1 and 2. Now you're just going to loop straight up. So reach in, moving your cap band out of the way, and you'll want to hold them down because they're loose, and just go forward. And now you can remove off the loom. And you can just remove it off your hook and put to the side. Please pause the video and make yourself another one. So now I'm going to show you how to do the belly extension. This is where you're going to need an extra hook or a skewer or a toothpick, something to hold it on. What we're going to do right now is, I have an example here. You're also going to need a single band if you wish to add this part for the belt, right here, the buckle. Just trying to think of the name. I'm going to go down the loom using my turquoise color for his shirt, and I'm just going to go down once on the right, once on the middle, and once on the left, just with double bands. And now switching to my pants color, I'm going to go down on the right 4 times with double bands. 1, 2, 3, and 4. On the left, same thing, going down 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to close it off. So I'm going to go from the left down to the center, double bands, and from the center we're going to close it off to the right, up to the right. I'm going to fill in the middle now, going down with purple bands, double, so it'd be 1 and 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Now we need holding bands. So I'm going to use a single band, and we are going to start at the second pegs going down, just making a triangle. Just below again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now we need to cap the end here in the middle, and I'm going to do that with a single band and just go around 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're ready to loop. So when we get to the first purple here at the top, this is where we're going to slide this band on. So just take your hook and the band choice, color choice that you'd like. I'm going to wrap it around my hook 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm just going to push it up. And we're going to reach in at the bottom here, and we're going to grab the top 2 bands, which are going to the center, up to the center, or in the middle. And loop up. Reach back in, grab the next 2. They should be going to your right. And I grabbed the wrong band. Just gonna reach back in. I only grabbed 1, sorry, and 2. Reach back in and grab the other 2. They should be going to your left. And now you're just looping straight up to the top. I'm going to start on my right and then my left, and then I'll show you how to slide this band on. So I'm going to do my right. And going up. Do not grab those holding bands. Push them out of the way. I'm going to go on the left, reaching in, grabbing the 2 bands only. And now going up the center, we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. This last purple, this is where we're going to slide it on. So reach in and pinch and slide on. My bands came off the peg, but that's okay. I'll just fix and loop up the last bands here. We're going to remove off the loom. So you're going to reach in on the right, remove off, reaching in the middle, remove off, and the left, and remove off. Now be very careful when you're removing off the loom. And you can put this to the side until we're ready to use. Now we're going to make his nose. I'm going to use my hook, and you can use the loom if you wish. You can go down the loom 3 times with a single band doubled and go down 3 times and take a single band and cap it 4 times. But I am going to use my hook. So I'm going to wrap this around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to take a single band and double, supporting with my 2 fingers, and slide on. Grabbing both ends. I'm going to do this again. A stretch, double, and grabbing both ends. And one more time. So we'll have a total of 3 teardrops basically and 1 cap band. So again, single, doubled, and slide on. You can leave this on your hook for a minute. Now we're going to do the body. I have an example. This is how we'll be placing the bands on. I'm going to start at the top using double bands, red color. So going from the left up to the center, and then center down to the right. I'm going to go down 4 times with the red. I'm going to go on the right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going down on the left, double bands, red, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going down in the middle 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to put 3 holding bands, 1, 2, and 3, a single red, and I'm going to do that now. So going down on your second pegs going down, we're going to place our single band in a triangle. So we're going to do this below and 1 more. So you have a total of 3. We're going to place the nose now on the 3rd peg going down in the center. So you just give it a little bit of a stretch, and we are just going to slide this on our peg. We're going to grab the eyes now, and we're going to put them one on the left and one on the right. So grab your eye. You want the black part of the eye facing towards you. Don't have it upside down. And you're going to reach in and just put your hook through the loops. So you have both ends on, and we are going to slide this on our loom, making sure you grab all the loops and you put them on. And when you put them on, you want to make sure that the black part is facing up. Grab your other eye, making sure the black is facing you. Put your hook through all the loops and place this on the right side. Now we're going to go down the loom 3 times with our shirt color, double bands, and I'm going to go down on the right. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go down on the right, the left 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go down in the middle 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to put 3 holding bands in the shirt color. Just a single band and making a triangle. Just right below the red. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to go down the loom 3 times on the right using my pants color, my purple, double bands, 1, 2, and 3. Going down 3 times on the left, 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to close this off now with double bands. I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. Going to fill in the middle with the purple color. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to push the bands down in the center here at the end. And we're going to put 4 holding bands. So a single in a triangle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to cap the end here with a single band, wrap 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to go down once on the right with my purple color and then once on the left. So 1 and 2. I am going to take my hook now and I'm going to wrap a single band around my hook, the pants color purple, 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Now grabbing double bands, I'm going to slide that band on. Support with my finger and pinch and slide on. And attach to the loom at the end. I'm going to go on the right. And we're going to do this again for the left. A single band, wrap 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Taking double bands, I grab with my hook and pinch, slide on, and attach to the end here on your loom. Now we're going to do the bottom part of his feet and attach to the end here. This is up to you if you can do this. But what I did was take a single band and wrap it around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. What I mean about being able to do this is I'm going to take double bands and I'm going to double it and pinch and slide on. You can just take 2 bands and slide this on, just like this. It really doesn't, it just looks like this one. So this one had 2 doubled, and this one was just 2 bands. So it's up to you. So again, I'm just going to take double bands, give it a bit of a stretch, double it, and pinch and slide on. Grabbing both ends, and I'm going to attach this to the bottom part of my loom. And I'm going to do another one. Single band, wrapped around my hook 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to take double bands, stretch it, double it, and pinch and slide on, grabbing both ends. And slide on my loom at the end. So what we're going to do now is attach our extensions on. So grab one and just place it on your hook. And I am just going to turn my loom around. You might want to just put it down for a second and push all your bands down. This will make it just a little bit easier. So I'm going to go on my right, and I'm going to slide this on the second peg going down on the right. And I am going to put my hook through the cap band, so that's right at the end here. You should have 4 loops on your hook when you do that. And you're going to stretch this all the way down to the 3rd last peg. So just give it a stretch and slide it on. You should be able to do that without a problem. I'm going to do this on the left. So put it on your hook, and you're going to slide, making sure all 4 loops are there. Slide this down on your second peg going down on your left. Put your hook through the cap band, making sure you have 4 loops on your hook. You have a hook here, so use this one as you're pulling to the 3rd last peg on your left here at the bottom. Please check to make sure that that is where you placed it. Now I'm going to show you how to attach this piece to the body, because otherwise it will just be loose. We're going to take a single band from the bottom part of the teardrops from each one and loop them on each peg. So your first teardrop is being used. So we're going to move on to the next teardrop. You have a top section and a bottom section. From the bottom section, you're just going to grab one of those bands. I find it easier to use the hook, grabbing one band, and you're going to wrap this around your 3rd peg going down. Moving on to the next teardrop, I'm just going to grab a single from the bottom part of the teardrop and wrap it around my 4th peg. Now we're at the, I'm using my turquoise. So I'm just going to reach in, grabbing a single band from the bottom and wrapping it around the peg. Going to the second teardrop of my turquoise and grabbing a single band and wrapping it around my peg. Next teardrop. Now we're at the purple, where our purple meets our turquoise, or again, what color you're using. I'm just grabbing the top part of the teardrop, and you should be grabbing a single from the bottom. Next teardrop. And now we're at our last teardrop. Grabbing a single and wrapping it around. Now I'm going to do the left, so I'm just going to turn my loom around somehow so you can see. Maybe I'll just keep it this way. So I'm just going to pinch the top part of the teardrop and grabbing a single and just going down. I'm at the purple now. So where your purple meets the turquoise, you get my point, whatever color you're using. And I'm at the last teardrop. So it's all attached. Now we're going to attach our arms. And we are going to attach them where our turquoise meets the red. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th pegs going down on either side. When you put them on the loom, we want to make sure that the thumb part of the claw, I'm going to call it that, is facing down. We don't want to put them wrong way. So I'm going to start on the left. So I'm going to put my hook in. So I can tell right now that when I slide it on, my thumb is going to be down. So again, sliding on your 5th peg going down, making sure you grabbed all the loops, and I'm going to go on the right. And slide on. Now we're going to attach the belly, but we need to loop up the center. So we're going to loop up all the purple and then this turquoise only and stop there. So reach in at the bottom, in the middle, and you're going to find the top bands, which are those purple, or in the center, I mean, and loop up one. Now keep going. Don't start to loop up anything else. So that was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just one more. And stop there. So now grabbing your belly, you want to fix all these loops. You should have 12 loops around your hook here. The first 4 are going to go on this peg here. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and your 7th pegs. The next 4 are going to go on your 7th peg going down in the middle, and your next 4 are going to go on your 7th peg going down on the right. As you're placing them on, make sure that you push the bands down. So just grab 4 loops and place them, pinch and slide on, and remove your hook very carefully. Push down. So the peg here where you looped up, that's where you should be in the center, and you're going to loop, slide 4 bands on, or 4 loops on. So pinch and slide on, removing your hook very carefully. And now on the right, slide your 4 loops on while you're checking to make sure that you put all the loops on. Push down. Now you're going to put your hook in at the cap band, which is at the bottom here on this piece, and you're going to give it a stretch down to the center here. Now as you're stretching, you want to just use your hand to help you get down there. So just keep stretching with your hand. You can put your arm down on the loom, get comfortable, and slide it on. Now we need to attach this belly just the same way that we attach the side pieces. So you're going to have 1 extra teardrop compared to how many pegs we have. So we'll have 5 teardrops and you only have 4 pegs. One of these are going to wrap around, sorry, rambling. One of these teardrops are going to be wrapped around the peg twice. So just get you're going to go to your second teardrop, your 1 is being used, and you're going to go to the bottom of that teardrop, grab a single, and loop on your first purple section. The next teardrop, grab a single from the bottom, go to the next one. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your 9th. You're going to go to the 3rd teardrop, grabbing a single, go to your next teardrop. So this peg is the one we're going to wrap around twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and your 10th peg. So from your next teardrop, you're going to wrap another one. So we have 2 teardrops. You have 1 more teardrop, grab a single, and go around. The same thing on the left now. First teardrop is being used. Your next teardrop, grab a bottom, wrap around, next teardrop. This is the teardrop the peg that we need 2 teardrop singles. So 1, and around the same peg, 2, and now you have 1 teardrop left, and go around. So now we're ready to loop. I am going to loop the bottom pieces here first. So we need another single and wrapped around our hook 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to reach in and you're going to loop up the first purple here, and you're going to slide this on and then go forward. On the other side, taking a single, 1, 2, and 3. Reaching in, slide this band on, and then loop forward. Now we're ready to loop up. We're going to start in the center here and grab the top 2 bands, which are going to go to your right. If it is tight for you, you can just move the bands around, grab, and loop to the right. Again, reach back in, grabbing the next 2, and they're going to your left. I'm just going to loop up the single band here for the rest of his leg. And I am just going to loop all the way up on the right. When you're looping, you're only going to grab the bottom bands, nothing else. Reaching in, if it's tight, just loosen up the tension by moving your hook around and go up. Reaching for only the bottom 2. I'm going to go on the left now. I'm going to start here at the leg. Again, loosen it up if you need to. Now in the center, you're going to start here where we attached our belly extension piece here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7th. Please don't forget to loop up this one or he'll just fall apart. And just go straight up. When you get to the nose, I am just going to lift up my bands, give it a stretch around the nose. It's okay if you don't. You can pull the nose through after. It's just a little bit easier. And then loop forward. I'm going to take a slip knot, so I'm going to make a slip knot, taking a single band, and I'm just going to put my hook through the top, grabbing that single, grabbing both ends and sliding it over and doing a slip knot. So a little knot. He's ready to come off. So you can use your hook if you like at this part. I'm just going to use my fingers. Be careful here at the bottom if you're trying to remove. And this is what you should have. We're going to fix him up in a second. We are going to take 3 black bands for his belt, and this is what it should look like. So I am just going to take a single band, and I'm just going to use the bottom of my loom. I'm going to take another single band in my hook, and I'm just going to go through the center here, hooking on to that single, and I'm just going to do a slip knot. I am going to turn the loom around, and I'm going to do a slip knot on the other side. Making sure that it's just in the middle here, grabbing both ends, and slide over. And just give it a little tug, and this is what you should have. Now we're just going to fix them up. The first thing I'm going to do is hide my slip knot. So I'm just going to go through the back of his head and just go through the middle and grabbing the slip knot and bringing it down and just hiding it between all these bands. Now I'm just going to find the nose and bring the nose to the front. You'll see that the bands are all loose. In the center here, all the holding bands. That will just get fixed in a second. I couldn't double these or put 2 bands to make it tighter. You're going to take your belt now, and you're going to put your hook through the teardrop where your belt buckle is. So just putting your hook right through. Grab one end of your belt and bring it through, just right under the teardrop. Now, beside the belt buckle, you'll see that you have a teardrop. I'm going to say that it has 2 sides of a single teardrop. The first side, you're going to skip that, and you're going to go on to the second part. Putting your hook through that, half of that teardrop, you're going to grab your belt buckle and bring it through. Your belt. Just like you were kind of going to put on a belt on your pants. So we're going to skip a loop and go to the next one. It's on your next teardrop. There should be one more teardrop to the side. Skip the first part and go to the second part. And I'm just going to turn around, a little bit easier for me to do this on the other side. Skip, skip, skip this part and go to the next part. And the next teardrop, skip the first set and bringing it through. Now if you find that you're running out of room, just take one end of the belt and just give it a tug. So you're going to stretch it just a little bit. You'll have a next teardrop, skipping the first half and moving on to the second. So now you'll have 2 ends. You can keep doing this by adding another single black if you want to go through all the back, but I am just going to tie this off now. So I'm going to use my loom, and I'm going to grab both ends, and I'm going to put both ends on my loom. I am going to take a single black band, and I'm going to do a slip knot. So I'm just going to kind of hold on to my loom. Whatever is easier for you. I'm just trying to make it easier for you. I'm not trying to confuse you. And I'm going to do a slip knot. So putting my hook through both ends here, I'm going to grab this single black and I'm just going to do a knot. Just like we would tie off a finished figure. You can take a pair of scissors and cut the end off if you like. It's really no big deal. And now I'm going to take a single black and I'm going to do his mouth. this is where you need a C-clip. So you'll have, beside the nose, you'll have a row of bands. I am just going to put my hook kind of right through in the back. So just see this part, this is where half the mouth is going to come out and the other part of the mouth is going to come out this side. So we're just going to go right across. So to make this so you visually see, I'm going to take my hook and I am going to go right through to the front. So that's where I am. Just going to give my band a little bit of a stretch, and grabbing one end, I'm just going to bring it through to the other side. Now, I'm still holding on to this end. In the back, I'm going to go through the other section, just right across. So I'm going to skip the middle row, going to the other side and putting my mouth through, my hook through, grabbing the other end. So I'm bringing both ends towards the back. This is where we're going to put the C-clip on. And if the mouth looks tight, and it is tight, we don't need it very tight, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a stretch to stretch out the band. Now in this part in the middle, if you're still seeing your bands through and it's loose, you're going to give your arms a bit of a tug and you're going to squish your body, and you're going to take your hook and your shirt color holding bands, we're just going to bring a little bit, pulling through. And squish through. You can fix your belly and just sticking your hook through and making him come out. And he's done. So you just keep kind of squishing them together and he'll be just fine. I hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below. I have a lot more designs to load, and I'll see you next time with another.